Choosing a color for a farmhouse kitchen used to feel simple. White was the go-to for years. But farmhouse style has been quietly shifting toward warmer, softer, more natural tones, and it's not always clear what actually fits anymore. So in this video, I'm sharing 7 beautiful colors that work perfectly in today's farmhouse kitchens, whether you're planning a new space or just exploring ideas. We're starting with smoky jade and forest greens. For a long time, people played it safe with light sage greens. But now, designers are choosing more grown-up and sophisticated greens. Bear's Hidden Gem gives you that smoky jade look. For a deeper forest green, Hunt Club by Sherwin-Williams fits perfectly. Smoky jade is super special because it has a heavy gray or charcoal mixed in. This gives your kitchen deep, beautiful color without being too overwhelming. In fact, it is so popular that it is acting like a brand new neutral color for homes. This trend isn't just about looking good, it is about feeling good too. Experts say these grounded greens bring a quiet, calm mood into the space, which is why many people find them relaxing to live with. If you have a big kitchen, painting all the cabinets this color creates a cozy cocoon effect. In a smaller kitchen, using it just on the island works really well. For the backsplash, soft handmade tiles like ivory zellige or a simple mosaic work beautifully with these greens. They add texture without making the space feel busy. On the floor, light oak or warm terracotta tiles balance the color and keep the kitchen feeling natural and relaxed. Before you start painting, you have to think about the sun. Professional designers warn that smoky jade changes a lot depending on your lighting. If your kitchen faces north, the natural light is cooler and more blue. This makes the green look a bit more gray and muted. To fix this, you can use unlacquered brass hardware that warms up and gets a beautiful patina over time. But if your kitchen faces south, the warm golden sunlight makes the green look super vibrant. It turns your kitchen into a beautiful, sun-drenched forest atmosphere. Next, at number 2, we have mushroom neutrals. So, what exactly is a mushroom palette? Think of it as a beautifully balanced blend of gray and brown, shades like taupe, mastic, and clay beige. 2 beautiful examples are Faro and Ball Drop Cloth and Sherwin-Williams Pediment. Designers often describe these tones as the perfectly brewed coffee of cabinet colors. They give your space warmth and depth without the heavy, dark feeling of traditional brown cabinets. One of the absolute coolest things about these shades is their shifting quality. Because of the way they reflect light, your kitchen will actually look a little different throughout the day as the sun moves. This direction also connects to what's often called quiet luxury. Instead of bright, high-contrast kitchens, the focus shifts to natural materials and soft, tonal neutrals that are calm and timeless. Also, mushroom tones are gentle and subtle, so details like crown molding or reeded glass stand out naturally. And if you have an open-concept home, this is where mushroom tones really shine. They connect the kitchen to the surrounding living spaces in a softer, more natural way. The whole home feels calmer and more connected, something stark white cabinets often can't achieve. Now, how do we style this color? Let's start with hardware and surfaces. For handles, matte black adds contrast, while aged bronze keeps everything warm and soft. For countertops, veined quartz or travertine are especially nice with mushroom cabinets because they echo that same warmth and natural feel. There is one thing to keep in mind though. Avoid matching your wall color too closely to your cabinets. You need a bit of contrast to create depth. The easiest way to fix that is with natural wood. Light oak works beautifully with mushroom tones because it adds warmth and gentle texture without taking attention away from the cabinets. You might use it on open shelves, inside a pantry, or even on a vent hood. And if you want a bit more contrast, a darker island in walnut, charcoal, or soft black can really ground the space and make those lighter mushroom cabinets stand out. At number 3, we have Silhouette by Benjamin Moore. This is not your standard boring flat black. Think of it more like a deep blend of espresso and smoky charcoal, a dark neutral that feels rich rather than stark. But how do you use a color this deep without making the kitchen feel heavy? The key is placement. Silhouette works best as a grounding color on lower cabinets or an island, while the upper cabinets stay light. A soft white like White Dove is a classic choice. When darker cabinetry is balanced with light elements, like marble or pale quartz countertops, the space feels anchored but still open and airy. You get contrast and character without losing light. To finish the look, hardware makes a big difference. Polished nickel keeps the look clean and classic, while unlacquered brass introduces a softer, aged contrast with silhouette. With that mix, dark base, light uppers, and warm or cool metal accents, your kitchen will look custom and inviting. For number 4 on our list, we have soft butter yellows and ochres. These shades bring a soft sense of warmth and comfort into the kitchen, something many homes have been missing in cooler palettes. Modern versions of butter yellow feel soft rather than loud, ranging from pale buttercream to honeyed gold. One lovely example here is Sherwin-Williams Lemon Chiffon. For a richer, more earthy ochre, I'd suggest Farrow & Ball India Yellow. Butter yellow also has a unique quality to feel both modern and old school, nodding to retro kitchens and cozy mid-century vibes without appearing outdated. In cottage or heritage-inspired kitchens especially, this kind of soft yellow feels warm and relaxed rather than bright. And in north-facing rooms, it can help counterbalance cooler light, making the space feel sunnier. To keep the color balanced, grounding materials make a big difference. Natural wood works beautifully. A walnut island or table adds depth and keeps the yellow feeling warm rather than sweet. On the floor, checkerboard stone or tile works beautifully with butter yellow, and terracotta hex tiles add a warm, earthy base. And at number 5, wood is making a strong return. A huge part of this new cozy feeling is the return of real, beautiful wood. Homeowners are reacting against the heavy painted look because they are craving more authenticity and craftsmanship. Instead of hiding the wood under thick paint, people are using oils, varnishes, and lacquers to highlight the natural story and grain of the wood. In fact, we're seeing a strong comeback for medium to dark cabinets, using beautiful woods like walnut, mahogany, and smoked oak, instead of the very pale tones that dominated for years. But don't worry, white oak is still a favorite because it works so easily in both traditional and modern homes. Now, you might be thinking, do I just put wood everywhere? Not at all. In the 2026 Farmhouse, wood is rarely used all by itself. The best way to design your kitchen is by using a two-tone or mixed material layout, pairing those rich woods with modern painted finishes. There are 2 simple ways to use wood in a farmhouse kitchen. First is the white oak and soft white combo. Try putting white oak on your lower cabinets and soft white on your upper cabinets. It perfectly balances out the brightness of the room with a natural, organic texture. The second pair is walnut and cream. This creates a deeper, richer contrast while still feeling warm and farmhouse appropriate. Okay, but what about the budget? We all know remodeling can get expensive. If you want to keep things affordable, contractors highly recommend using veneer center panels. This is a super smart strategy because it gives you the exact look of solid wood grain, but it is much more cost-effective. Plus, using veneer actually reduces the risk of your cabinets cracking over time, keeping your kitchen looking brand new for years.